The Falcons head into their bye week with a 6-5 record, holding a 1.5 game lead in the NFC South. While their path to the playoffs is clear, the season hasn't been without its challenges. Although the team has met some expectations, several issues have surfaced along the way. Today, we'll take a closer look at some of the most disappointing aspects of the season so far. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated with the latest Falcons news and analysis. Let's get started. One of the most pressing concerns this season has been Matt Judon's performance. When the Falcons traded for the four-time Pro Bowler in August, fans were excited about the stability and production he was expected to bring to the pass rush. Judon's impressive track record, 32 sacks in his last 38 games, set high expectations. Unfortunately, his impact has been underwhelming. With just 2.5 sacks in 11 games, Judon has fallen far below expectations. Even more concerning, he hasn't recorded a sack since Week 3, and his presence on the field has been less impactful than anticipated. For a player of his caliber, this lack of production is both surprising and frustrating, especially for a team that has long struggled to generate consistent pass pressure. Another significant issue has been the lack of creativity in the defensive blitz packages. During training camp and joint practices, the Falcons showcased exciting and innovative schemes that generated plenty of buzz. However, these concepts haven't translated into consistent success during the regular season. The defense has struggled to create pressure, and opposing offenses have adapted to their simulated looks. This drop in effectiveness is particularly disappointing, given the experience of defensive minds like Raheem Morris and Jimmy Lake. Moving forward, the unit must find ways to reignite its pass rush and tap into its full potential. The rookie class for the Falcons has left fans wanting more. When they picked Michael Penix Jr. as the 8th overall choice, everyone hoped he would become the team's quarterback of the future. Unfortunately, he has only played during garbage time, which means the games were already decided. Other rookies have also struggled to make an impact. Rook Hororo started off slowly, contributed for a bit, and then ended up on injured reserve. Brandon Dorrells didn't even get to play until Week 11 after tearing his ACL in the preseason. Zion L didn't make the final roster, and J.D. Bertrand, the most productive rookie, has mostly been limited to special teams and a few defensive snaps. While Penix shows promise for the future, this rookie class hasn't done much to help the Falcons right now. The offense is facing its own challenges, especially with Kirk Cousins in the spotlight. Over the past 2 games, the Falcons have managed to score only 2 touchdowns and a total of 23 points. Although Cousins brings experience, he has struggled with turnovers, mobility, and making costly mistakes. On the other hand, Michael Penix Jr. has exciting potential. His ability to extend plays and move around could bring some much-needed energy to an offense that has felt stuck. While it's not time to make a trade just yet, the pressure is building on Cousins to step up. If the offense doesn't improve after the break, a change could be on the way. The Falcons are in a good position to secure their first playoff spot in 6 years, but they have little room for error with the Buccaneers still in the running. The team needs to quickly address its weaknesses, whether that means boosting pass pressure, adjusting defensive strategies, or even considering a quarterback change. They must act decisively to make the most of their opportunity. What do you think, Falcons fans? Is Matt Judd's performance the biggest letdown? Should the team give Michael Penix Jr. a shot? How do you feel about the rookie class so far? It's no wonder the Atlanta Falcons are slipping in the NFL power rankings. After a strong start to the season, the Falcons have hit a rough patch, leaving fans and analysts questioning the team at every level. A messy game against the Saints and a disappointing loss in Denver have pushed the Falcons down to the lower half of the rankings. According to NFL.com, they are now sitting at 17th place. Some might even argue that this ranking is generous, especially considering that teams like the Rams, Bengals, and Colts, who have been playing better lately, are ranked below Atlanta. To make things worse, the Buccaneers, 49 ERs, and Seahawks, none of whom currently hold a playoff spot, are all ranked higher. This drop in rankings reflects more than just recent performances. It shines a light on Atlanta's troubling history. Let's face it, the Falcons have earned a reputation for squandering golden opportunities. A lack of consistent pass rush combined with an offense that has been surprisingly sloppy has turned what was once an exciting underdog story into a team that raises questions at every turn. The big question now is whether they can turn things around with the playoffs still within reach. Despite the challenges, the Falcons still control their own destiny. Their remaining schedule includes a mix of winnable games and tougher opponents. They should aim to secure wins against the Raiders, Giants, and Panthers, as long as they can avoid making costly mistakes. However, they also have tough matchups coming up against the Chargers and Vikings. The path ahead is uncertain, but the opportunity to bounce back is still there. The upcoming games against the Chargers and Commanders will require the Falcons to step up their performance. Winning just 3 of their remaining 6 games could secure the NFC South title and a home playoff game, a significant achievement for a team that has faced plenty of criticism in recent years. As they head into the bye week, this is a great opportunity for the Falcons to recharge. However, fans should keep an eye on a few key matchups. First up, the Vikings are taking on the Bears, which is crucial for Atlanta. Minnesota has been one of the Falcons' toughest opponents, and Kirk Cousins has struggled with turnovers lately. Atlanta will be watching closely to see if the Vikings can fix their issues or if they will continue to play inconsistently. If Cousins falters, it could open the door for the Falcons to snag a win in what is expected to be a high-scoring game. Next, the Buccaneers will face the Giants in a matchup that could have big implications for the NFC South race. Tampa Bay has been written off several times this season, but keeps finding ways to stay competitive. With the Falcons set to face tougher opponents in the coming weeks, the Buccaneers have a chance to close the gap. The Giants, now starting rookie quarterback Tommy DeVito, may not seem like a huge threat, but sometimes a change at quarterback can lead to surprising results. Falcons fans should be hoping for an upset here, as it would give Atlanta some much-needed breathing room in the division. Finally, the Ravens and Chargers will clash on Monday Night Football, giving the Falcons a prime opportunity to scout their next opponent. The Chargers, despite being in a tough AFC, are looking more dangerous each week. Justin Herbert is improving, and their defense has been performing better than expected. The Falcons will have the advantage of coming off a bye week, while the Chargers will be on a short week. Still, Atlanta will need to bring their A game to have a shot in what is shaping up to be a challenging matchup. So where do you think the Falcons stand in all of this? Where do we go from here? The Falcons still have everything to play for, but the margin for error is razor thin. The defense must step up and find ways to generate pressure, while the offense needs to eliminate the sloppy mistakes that have plagued them in recent weeks. If Atlanta can't capitalize on its favorable schedule, questions about the team's ability to compete at a high level will only grow louder. Now it's your turn, Falcons fans. Are you still confident in this team's playoff chances? Do you think the power rankings are fair, or do you believe the Falcons are being underrated? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to us, and we'll keep bringing you exclusive updates as the Falcons fight for a postseason spot. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Falcons!